everybody, and welcome to The Bitter Ends. Why the bitter ends and not just a bitter end? Because, well, we may have other apocalypses on this particular night and time. But for right now, we're going to start off with this first apocalypse, and we are here for a session zero. And I think the first thing we're probably going to do is we're going to go ahead and go around and I suppose probably the first thing to do is introduce everybody to the cast we've got here. Um, Anyone who want to start off here?
What up?
Hi.
Oh, okay. We both waited a proper
Fuck.
time.
Mm. There's lots of us here,
So many.
Yeah.
right? There's another one. One of them's arguing with children right now, so you're going to have to just wait.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Amy Geddon.
Yeah, that's Amy
Right.
Geddon. I
So,
played David the Gnome tonight, but I'll have another name in a little bit.
I'm Sassy McNasty, 69. Or Daniel.
Uh, uh, uh.
I love it.
Okay, so now that I'm ready, I'm Scott, Psych, whatever. I don't care. Pick a name, call me it. I don't care if you call me Dum Dum. It works too.
Okay, Daddy.
Okay. That's how we're starting the game.
All right. I think we want to start off by kind of talking about what kind of apocalypse are we going to be doing? Like, what? There are a number of different ways to have an apocalypse. There's, we kind of toyed with like a water world theme. Flesh and Fire was very Mad Max. We could also do like a ecological disaster type thing. We could do a post alien invasion apocalypse where the aliens came down, fucked us all up, and just left and occasionally come back to hunt people or whatever, but mostly just fucked off and left us with nothing. Um, you know, we could do a polar apocalypse where, the ice age type thing, uh, do a number of different things. So, kind of let's get a read on what everybody is kind of thinking. I mean, I know we had talked a little bit about some about the water world in sort of back discussions where we were kind of getting started on this, but I know there were other ideas that we threw out there here and there too. So, what do you guys think?
I vote for Waterworld, where
I
like the
also
polar
vote
ice
for
caps.
Waterworld.
Yeah, yeah.
That's three. All right.
My question about
Wait, who
water
was the third?
worlds.
What?
My question about water worlds. A lot of uh, playbooks have stuff specific to locations or lands. How does
No,
that
no.
work?
Well, we could. There's a just like the game is easy to reskin on a lot of this. For
Okay.
example, the chopper class could easily be the jet ski class, where you have like a group of like jet ski, fucking get that motherfuckers that run around, and they're kind of the same basic concept. It's just instead of riding a motorcycle on land, they've got these fucking hydrofoils and jet skis and shit.
Okay.
Um, you know, a hard holder could simply be somebody who has a very large, mostly, intact ship that doesn't necessarily go anywhere. Maybe the engines don't work, but is big enough to provide like a semi permanent structure or even like an abandoned oil rig that somebody has set up their base of operations on.
Okay.
Um,
That's fine.
so
That
it's
was my concern with Waterworld. I like the idea. I just was like, how is that going to work?
We're all
Okay, have
on
you actually
boats.
seen the movie?
Yes, they have.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I have not
I
seen the
haven't
movie.
either,
Oh,
but
fuck. No, no, no. We're not even going to talk about you, sir.
no, you you're still supposed to bring me the movie so I can watch it because you
Well,
guys were talking about it. And I was like, I've never seen the movie, so we might as well watch it. Give me a good idea of where your inspiration is coming from with this.
See, honestly, I'm surprised it's not on fucking Netflix.
right.
I don't,
I'll find it and watch it.
I don't know if it has been. I don't know if I've
It's
ever.
it's in the $5 bin at Walmart right now.
Okay. I don't
But
go to Walmart right now.
Mm.
I
yeah,
know.
well, so if we're pretty much agreed we're going to do like a water world type theme, let's talk a little bit about let's talk a little bit about an apocalypse is an apocalypse because there is a shortage or lack of something. And what is it? Obviously, we're short on land. Like, we don't have a lot of solid land because we're talking about a world that is flooded. So there's probably a few islands here and there, maybe some volcanoes and shit have formed a,
Couple of mega yachts that have been turned into
but,
fucking towns.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe an aircraft carrier that was turned into a particular, or something, the
Carnival Cruise Lines.
hey, it could happen. You could have a fucking
Absolutely.
a carnival fucking ship, a former
Mm-hmm.
carnival ship that has somehow been repurposed as a place people live. Um,
Mm-hmm. Oh my
another,
god, like apartments. Just a shit ton of apartments. Oh my
yeah,
god.
Apartment
oh
Mm.
buildings could be rising up.
yeah. But what
Yeah.
else? So what else would be lacking in this apocalypse? Like, is it
Potable water.
potable
Yeah.
water?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
If
that, I
everything's all
like that.
seawater.
I like that.
Fuel, because yeah, it's all water. There's
Mm-hmm.
not much to fuel engines, so like
Sort
actual.
of.
Well, yeah, there'd
All
be
right,
some.
so
I mean, unless you're Aquaman and
if
you like
we're
hitch up some
is this
dolphins. I'm
a
sorry, go ahead.
Earth-based water world,
That's a good question. Is it, or is this some
or is
other
it a naturally
alternate?
occurring water world? Because if it's Earth-based, then we can get around that by saying that number one, we steal a lot, and number two, there'd be places where it just literally be leaking into the water. So we'd have to figure out some method to
Right.
Or
get it
That's
or
what I mean.
like
and then strain it.
It'd still be pretty
or
rare
like
because of that.
Yeah,
electrical engines and then you've got like solar power. So you've got solar panels on whatever item you have
Well,
or
and
whatever
wind.
you're right.
right,
So I mean, there's
True.
workarounds for fuel per
Yeah, you're right. I
se.
forgot about wind power.
right.
I forgot wind power
Hmm.
because it kills all the birds.
Well,
Oh,
maybe there's something in. First of all, maybe
and
there's
there are
something.
no birds. Sorry, go ahead.
Maybe there is something in the way that the world fell. Like, was it something that happened fast enough that there wasn't a lot of supplies let in, or that were able to be saved? Things like medical supplies and things like that. Is that something that might be in short supply, or could it be a thing
Probably.
where it's far enough into the future of this apocalypse that stuff is sort of dwindled off anyway?
Maybe far enough into the apocalypse. I like that. Like every
Yeah.
people have had time to like build up some civilizations here and there. That's the holdings. Um,
Right, but you're still looking at maybe like one half step above medieval.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They have
Right? I mean, you
workarounds,
have
but they're
better
crude.
guns than medieval. You're not
Yeah,
using a blunderbuss, but past that.
yeah. A lot of it's more workaround stuff.
So,
Hmm.
ammo would probably also be in short supply
By now,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
or at least expensive,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
right?
Hmm. Yeah. And
Mm.
then what would be considered the currency?
Anything.
That,
Barter is literally anything that people could
well,
Just
find.
the barter
Yeah.
system.
I mean, it's kind of that thing where like you could say like that's a good question though. What is the what is barter? Like what is used as barter? Like we know in like settings like Fallout games they use bottle caps, right? And we know
Hmm.
that in Flesh and Fire they use DVDs. They use DVDs and
VHS tapes,
Blu-ray
yeah.
and VHS tapes for like currency.
In
It could be.
Waterworld,
I mean,
didn't
shit. Maybe you
In
used
Waterworld,
whiskey
they use
back. Who
dirt,
knows? You know.
but
In
that was
Waterworld,
also
they use what?
because he had in Waterworld the most like the thing that could get you the most was dirt.
Really?
But that was
Oh,
Waterworld, the movie specifically,
yeah,
right.
there wasn't
and not necessarily going to work in this situation.
true.
Right.
And Kevin Costner had the special ability of having gills, so he could swim to the bottom of the ocean and get dirt and then bring it up, dry it out
Yeah.
so it stopped being mud, and then use it to get whatever he wanted when he came across the place.
I thought they also used cigarettes, so I was gonna say stuff like that.
that was how what's his name paid them, and I still want to know how they had that much spam and Black Death cigarettes. But
Mhm.
that's another story for another time.
Yeah.
I'm
And
thinking about the show, by the way.
Oh, wait, I think that's
there's
what I was
there's a
thinking.
show.
I know, I remember the guild
Yeah.
thing, so I know.
Oh yeah, no, but yeah, I'm
Wait,
thinking
are you
about
talking?
my playbook being the show.
Oh,
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 I was
nice.
about to
oh,
say, I was like,
So
is
basically,
he?
oh, nice. So you're a traveling fucking entertainer. That's
Right?
great. That's great.
I
And it
looked
gives
further
me
and go ahead.
the option of having a vehicle, so I can have my own boat.
Oh.
I was gonna ask about that. Like, as I was reading down further, I saw the savvy head, and I'm feeling that. Like, it's me in real life at this point.
That's what
And
session 0 is about.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
about
kind of.
figuring out.
mhm,
And I've played with enough people that like I listened to what you guys said and then started looking to see what we still needed.
mhm.
But a savvy head is beautiful because that means if the boat breaks down, somehow you manage to fix it.
Right, right. And maybe could I can I also have a boat, like a little boat?
I don't know. Is that
Here's
with your savvy head stuff?
Yeah, just like that'd be like my workspace. Kind of like
actually.
go
Let
ahead.
me let me look at
Yeah,
the savvy head. Let me see what they, because they get some stuff in there. No, that's
yeah.
not the tab I
Scott, weren't you a
wanted to
savvy
go
head in the
to.
last game?
Yeah, they get a little place where they can work on stuff, and they have like a shop. So her boat could be considered. She could have a small boat that's like a workshop that she can bring in smaller
You
boats
have
in.
like a pontoon boat with
Yeah.
a catfish motor.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, because
Well, no, he's looking. He's looking. We're saying stuff out loud.
I know.
It's one of those things we'd have to, like he said, work around. Because,
Jester, you just
I'm
went
thinking
deaf.
a better way to
There you
do
go.
that.
yeah, because, like, since
Yeah.
we can't walk from place to place like you could in some Apocalypse worlds,
Mm.
a stationary
Right.
workspace would be kind of oof. But
Right, no, it'd
having
have
a
to be
full
on a
fledged
boat.
boat would be also a little bit too much. It could be like a flotation
Well, because
area.
then you're cutting into, because then you would be cutting into what makes a driver special.
Yeah. It could be
Let's
something
see.
that just has no engine.
Okay,
It's
well,
anchored.
It
I
could
could
be,
always.
that's what I was kind of thinking, or it could be the remains of like some sort of like, it could be, it could very easily be the last remains of like an oil rig or something. Like not even like the full thing, just enough for you to work in.
Okay,
Yeah, just like a little
so
stationary space.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
my banjo, because I play the banjo, can make water freeze, and when I
Actually,
play it, my skin and instrument frost over.
so it
Nice.
does say in the workspace, choose three. Garage, darkroom, yada yada. But then it also lists a truck or van.
Where, hold
Would it
on.
be possible if she
It's
has
going,
to
hold on.
automatically take that and her workspace is just like, it's not a fast thing, but it can move a little
Hold
bit on the
on.
water, and she only chooses two others.
Hmm.
Hold on. Which
That's fine.
materials, so we had
Why
things
the fuck
we
does the ice
oh,
from our fridge
go.
taste like garlic? I just don't get it.
Oh.
It's going.
I don't know. Did somebody put garlic in there to freeze?
I don't know. It's even a new
Where
filter.
is
Sounds like a
Well, that's
bad
funny.
condenser.
I'm from the PDF I'm looking at. It's page 77.
barter?
So I just noticed that I can't technically play the show because the show doesn't exist on this character sheet.
Oh, I didn't check to see if. Oh wow,
It
yeah.
should. Hold on.
I don't.
Nope. Savvy Head and Skinner are the only or yeah,
Is it
S.
Landfall Marine maybe? Because that's one I. Oh wait, is the show the news?
No,
No,
the
it's
news
Oh,
is
okay.
it's in the same book.
huh. Wow, I never noticed that. Yeah, because it's in the same book as this, and Because the faceless, the quarantine, the news, and the water barrel, and this and the child thing are all in the same book as the show is.
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird. I wonder why. Hmm. I don't know.
I'm reading.
I don't even know what landfall marine is.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure if maybe that was the show and they named it weird. But for your
See.
rig, I skipped ahead to like halfway down and I just saw when you play the ancient death satellites that still orbit the Earth stir in their sleep. And I'm like, wait, what? Why is that an option? Uh,
Right?
yeah, Landfall Marine has like charge and ammo. What the heck? Walking suit? Yeah, Landfall Marine is definitely a weird.
Those are the improvements. Those are the. Oh, okay. It's not. It's not annotated the way other stuff is. Choose through garage or. Oh no. See, that was what I was very specifically looking for is whether it allowed you to have a truck or a van, in which case you can have a boat.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
That's why I was like,
Okay, I found
That's
Landfall Marine in its own special place.
oh,
It says 50 years ago, the enemies of humanity unleashed a psychic weapon that destroyed all hope for the future. Anticipating the attack and the outcome, to leave billions to suffer and die, the Candlestein military project rushed to evacuate Earth. They built a secret orbital station and expanded the hidden Mars base into a functional colony. Their
yeah,
children, or
no.
their grandchildren, you, grew up dreaming of blue skies and blue seas that no longer exist. Today, your mission is to reclaim Earth. That's actually kind of cool in itself.
It is, but
hmm.
We go
water.
back to Earth and we find out that it's covered in water. Did we not pay attention while we were gone?
Nope.
Apparently not.
The blue and green marbles turned all blue. Because you might be close enough to see a little bit of green from before.
I think as far as your workshop goes, that would you would definitely be able to get a boat, and it's not like there's no land on this world at all. It's just not there's just not a lot of it. I mean,
Okay.
it's very easy that you could potentially even have like a small workshop on a small island somewhere.
Okay.
Or we could do like the mostly destroyed part of an oil rig that's big enough for you to build a workshop into.
Hmm.
It's just whatever works best for you.
Okay. I when I think of like I think of like Blade Runner when I'm thinking about this stuff. I know it's totally different world, but in Blade
Eh,
Runner, there's a guy who is serving like takeout from an airship, a tiny airship, and he like floats by to your window and he serves you noodles, takes your credits, and then he floats off. And that's just cute as fuck. And
That
I
that's
want to do something.
that's from the Fifth Element.
Is it from the?
That's
It's
from the
also from
Fifth
Blade
Element.
Runner.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that. In Fifth
what?
Element, that's the
yeah.
very
Yeah,
first scene.
It's both of them.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Blade
Yep.
Runner and Fifth Element connection
Wait,
confirmed.
maybe it's not Blade Runner. Maybe I'm thinking the new Blade Runner. I don't know. It's very late and I'm very
No, I think
tired.
no, I think you're right. I think the original Blade Runner had a scene like that too.
That Fifth
Yeah, because
Element
I
might have
think.
been referencing it then. That's very possible.
Yeah.
maybe because I could have swore like Harrison Ford was eating noodles, unless it was Bruce Willis. Shit.
You get the two of them confused, you know.
It's terrible. You can't do that. But anyway, like basically, I've got like a ship, a little boat that I tinker on, and then like I come to you, you come to me, doesn't really matter, and it's like a houseboat. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I just something basic and works for me, or like small enough for me. Like I'm not expecting to house a whole lot of people. there's no need for it. But I mean, what
Right.
would this savvy head? What do they work on? Do they work on like big things? Do they work on little things?
Everything.
I guess
Well, savvy
everything.
heads are basically the sort of mechanic, sort of engineer type people of the apocalypse. They're the
Okay.
people who actually fix things and learn how to fix things. They're also, from a mechanical standpoint, have some abilities that have to do with their weird stat too, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
I noticed a few of those
Yeah,
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
there's like interaction with others, and you get a bonus if like someone asks you a question and they take your advice. There's like a bonus or something, if I remember right.
Mhm.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
there's like things. There's like things speak whenever you handle or examine an object, something interesting. You can roll plus weird, and you can ask questions like who handled
Okay.
this before me, who handled this last before me, who made this, what strong emotions have
Mhm.
been recently neared by this, what words have been said most recently, what has been done most recently with this or to this, what's wrong with this, and how might I fix it.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
and there's other stuff like being
Okay.
able to um, what is this? Some component of your workspace or arrangement components that feels receptive to the world's psychic energy and can gain plus augury. Um,
What is
spooky intense. You
augury?
could when you do something under fire, stand overwatch or bait a trap, you can roll plus weird instead of roll plus cool.
Okay.
Lame.
And there's spend hold to already be at any time either you to spend your hold to have already be there with the proper tools and knowledge or without any
Mhm.
clear explanation why. Yeah,
Okay.
so there's an ability that allows you to be like, I'm going to spend my hold to just be at the right place with the right tools, or I'm just going to be somewhere without any real explanation why.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Where would I put that hold in the character sheet when I acquire it?
um I would probably just put it in your notes.
There's a hold
Mm.
box, bottom
I
Is
left.
see it.
there?
Yep.
Yeah.
I see it now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I just didn't scroll far enough.
You good?
Yep. All
Cool.
right, there you go. So, anybody else know what they're going with?
I still like child things,
So you're gonna do a child thing.
but I'm like I. My problem is the child thing has some weird shit, so to say. Like
Yep.
my den. And that was one of the things I was thinking about because like one of the options of the den is ways into basically everyone's spaces, even if they've taken pains to close them off. I was like, there's no way to do that in a water world, but that's fine. I was actually looking at some of the other stuff. I was just like, huh. I don't know if anyone else has things like that, but I like the idea of the den.
Mm-hmm. You could be on an island. Well, no, that doesn't work.
I could.
I mean, it
Yeah.
could work, but maybe you have to share an island with someone, and you just keep invading their space, and
Well,
they're
what's
like,
really
"What the
cool is
fuck?"
the den can have a way into an alien place of unscratched glass, shifting luminosity and symbols of unguessed meaning. I was thinking like maybe it's somehow a still sealed underground build or not underground but underwater building.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's not too deep that water pressure breaks it. It's just under the waves somewhere. But I don't know. It was either that or an angel.
Well, you could also have a way into a terrifying place of death where countless skeletons lie, or in this case,
I could have
float around.
both. It could be a
You
countless
could.
death that's also an alien place of unscratched glass.
You just have one that's. You'd have one of each. You just be like, well, I have ways into some pretty disturbing places.
Don't go that door. Why not that door? That door leads death. That door leads. Wait, no. That door leads death. That door leads. No. Runs up to door, opens it a little bit. This door. This door leads good. It's the death pit is actually just an elevator. You step into it, you fall down 100 stories, and you're dead.
Just an elevator shaft. Yeah.
I kind of like this. I have an
Splat.
underwater apartment building that has it's partially sealed, so you like has an air pocket essentially.
Well, shit, is it? I mean, it could potentially be partially submerged. It could, like, maybe the top few floors could be actually above the sea level.
Well, it's a secret-ish, secure-ish place. That's why I was like, it'd be slightly under the waves, um, but like there's probably a part where there's not windows, so there's still. I don't know. I guess you're right. It'd have to be a little bit above. Yeah, it'd probably be something like that, because air would eventually end up going away because I'd be breathing it all.
Yeah.
Unless you got plants in there.
True.
If you got enough plants that can, push out oxygen and don't require a lot of sunlight, or any sunlight, I guess. Or maybe you've got grow lights,
One of the
like they sell
options
those on
is
Amazon.
some uncertain number of siblings and kind of your siblings in kind, no two alike. Uncertain number. Like every time people visit, it's just different people.
Dude, I've been to places like that, and that is sketch as hell.
And Chris, had you landed on something?
I think I can get it to where I clicked on everything, and it looks like if I leave it on the news, I can still put everything in as the show.
Okay, so you want to go ahead and do that then?
Yeah, I like the idea of the show. I also like the idea of playing an instrument and having things crazy happen. But for Rig, you choose three, and I'm thinking about having musicians that play with me, and they list some, one of which is Jesus Christ.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, Rothball, Dustwitch, Harrigan, and Amblex are the like ones that they list.
Wow.
But yeah, it says circle, some, or all. Uh, ooh, or
Rig.
I get to choose three, and instead of having musicians, I could have a security force instead.
I don't know. I'm playing a healer. That's what I want to play.
Nice.
How would we contact each other in this world?
Kind of pretty much have to run into each other. It's not like you have cell phones. I
Actually,
mean,
one of my options is I can have cell phones plastered all along the walls.
But do they work?
let
No,
me be. Let
no,
me.
they don't
I was
work.
gonna say, let me be more specific. Not exactly working cell phones.
You said cell phones. I was reading it and it was like numerous cell phones cemented to the walls in a tiled fashion. I was like, well, technically, no.
See.
What's it? Oh, uh,
And I could always roll with somebody else
Where are you
on like their setup, and just be like their mechanic or their tech
for
person.
my den, Jesta,
Yeah.
it's the second option. It's the hundreds of dead smartphones cemented as tiling into the walls.
Good to know me not being specific enough guided your character choices.
No, I'm not. I'm not going with that one. I do like. I actually
I'm
like
playing
going
with you.
with the apartment, or actually, it's a hotel. Um,
Hmm.
Right?
and it's good. I like having
Okay.
that alien place. Oh, maybe not the alien place. I like the terrifying place of death. It's literally just a elevator shaft. It's um,
Nice.
and I'm probably going to go with. Oh, I don't know what else. Maybe the gutted shell of a Cessna, or a similar single-engine plane. I'm thinking maybe it crashed into the building, and that's actually
Right?
the entryway in. so you have to swim down a little and go in that way. Um, and then I don't know what the third one should be. Maybe a radio that speaks only to me, or a radio that still works. I could do anything else. If anyone's broadcasting, actually, maybe that one, a radio that still works.
That's okay. So as we're going through here, you'll each have a breakdown of what your playbook's abilities are, and or at least their options are. If you go to the creating a, the creating a, whatever your class is section, it'll give you a breakdown. There will be a set of stats. There will be like a thing for suggested names. You don't have to take those. You can use whatever name you want. You mm, you can use one of them if you want to. Pardon me. But you can make up one of your own stats. You're going to choose a set. There's going to be a list of several different stats. You can't mix and match them. You have to take the one set straight off the page the way it's written. So if I'm looking at, let's see, if I'm looking at the Savvy Head, they've got four stats. The first one is going to read off cool -1, hard 0, hot +1, sharp +1, weird +2. And then the second set's going to read off as cool 0, hard -1, hot -1, sharp +2, weird +2, so on and so forth. You're going to pick one of those four options, and those are going to be the stats you go with. Um, so there's each of you will have a section for your classes that does that. So go ahead and pick those your stat blocks and plug them in, and you might as well click the box on locking your playbook if you're decided on what you're doing specifically.
Does that lock your name as well?
No, it just
No,
locks
it
it so
doesn't.
you don't have that big old box at the top of all of the options.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it just basically drops the. It basically is like, okay, you've decided this. That's where you put your clicked on, and now you click to make that shut, so you don't have to look at this the whole time. Um,
Okay, so Amy,
Mhm.
as one of my three things that
Mhm.
I chose gigantic armored war vehicle.
Mhm.
So that means if you wanted a job and a place to actually have as a workshop, I have a place that you could live where that could happen.
I love that, and I'm here for it. Yes, I would like to
Mm,
come work for you. Thank you.
cool.
Thank
Is
you
that all
for the
right with
job
you, Jester?
opportunity.
I mean, her workshop will probably have to be somewhere else because you don't exactly build an entire workshop in a war vehicle. But I mean, it's fine. She travels with
Yeah,
you,
you could
and I
actually be
have
a
no
major
problem with
customer of hers because
exactly. I mean
That's
that
Okay.
true too.
that makes a great deal of sense right there.
Okay. So maybe I'm on, like you said before, like an oil rig or a partially sunken oil rig where only some of it is usable, and and I have customers, and like Chris is a customer and a few other people are customers, and they come by and see me. Um
Okay.
I'd like to have
Sometimes we
something
take you with us.
right, like, cuz why not? I'm not against going and doing stuff with you guys. Um I would like to have something for transportation, something small, because if we're out
Well,
in the
you
middle of the water and
one
I
of
need
your
to,
options, yeah, one of your options is a vehicle. So as
yeah.
discussed, you can still have as one of your three options.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, the rest of it, you still have two options on what's in your workspace left. But before we get that
Hmm.
far, let's have you pick your stat range, and then you get to pick two moves from the Savvy Head move list.
Okay.
And Chris, I'm assuming you're already well ahead of this.
This one. Where's the move list for
Wait,
this
you're
thing?
talking about my character sheet?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
Bill,
yeah.
like, yeah, like, are you, I imagine, like, did you get your stat ranges picked?
Yes, my stats are there as far as it goes. I chose, what was it +1 cool, -1 hard, +1 hot, 0 sharp, +2 weird.
Okay. All right. And you picked.
Says I picked gigantic armored war vehicle. I
Mm-hmm.
picked, hang on, it changed. When I play, all the air from from horizon to horizon and people miles away feel the earth rumble.
Mm, nice.
And I took, you can strip down your rig to a version that you can carry as a backpack. Valuable high tech.
Wow.
So, yeah, guitar backpack.
Okay. All right. So let's see. And what moves it? No, you. We just went over that. And
I
Yeah,
have a
it says I get
question.
all bass moves.
yeah.
I'm
And then
sorry.
you. Sorry. Go for it. Sorry, Amy. What'd you need?
I just need to know what page the moves list is on.
Okay. Well, your basic moves, the basic moves in and of themselves, I will post a thing like I had in Flesh and Fire here where it's got like the stuff for the basic moves. For you, for your savvy head moves, um, those will all be on like your class description, like your playbook description. Like you'll
Got it.
scroll to page 59, and then it's got a heading that says Savvy Head Moves, and you get to pick two of those.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Um, all right. Sorry. Uh, and Chris, you were saying something else?
Uh, nope, I lost it.
Oh, okay. All right. Um, right on. Let's see. Scott, you did you get your get lined out here?
Yeah, I think I'm like almost done actually.
Dude, oh wow, right on.
I mean, he's simple. He's just an angel medical dude, and he just wanders around. He doesn't have a boat or a ship. He's just got this little, like those olden doctors that used to come to your house. He's got a little satchel with his like kits and stuff in it that he goes around and whatnot.
Nice, nice. You got um, yeah, you really do. You really did. So, talk about. Let's go ahead and tell us what you picked for your angel moves.
Okay, so the first one I did was the professional compassion thing. That's where you get a roll sharp instead of the HX when you help someone when they're rolling. To me, so if somebody's struggling, I can roll sharp instead, since that's my highest stat, anyways. The other one was the whole healing touch. Is all I got to do is put my skin to their skin, and then we got to do this little long descriptive roll thing. I don't know, and we figure out if I heal them or not, or if they go crazy and have to go all weirdy in the head.
Oh, wow. Oh my God.
All
That is
right.
so terrible. You actually open your psyche and on a miss, you open your psyche and theirs both to the psychic maelstrom. That's evil.
So,
Failure is
aw.
bad.
So Jester, it says under gear for the show that if no one is playing the Battle Babe, I can grab that playbook and make a custom weapon.
Uh, Yeah, I do believe I remember seeing something about that.
I was going to say
Um,
it's under gear in the show. So I just wanted to confirm I could do that since no one is playing a Battle Babe.
all right. To be honest, I don't even remember the custom weapon thing in Battle Babe because one person made a Battle Babe and played them like a total of one time briefly, and that was that. I don't think they even
Yeah.
used any of their moves.
I
Let's
say, as
see.
far as it goes, basically it's base, choose one, options, choose two. So I already chose shotgun. I don't know. It might actually be better to get the crossbow. Yeah,
Crossbow.
well, it's probably easier to find driftwood.
Eh.
Ooh,
All right, so let's see. And sassy.
What
So what you got going on here? You got your made a child thing. Tell us
Yep.
about what your special abilities are and what have you.
All right. So I went with um, ferocious, snarling, shrieking, biting, and quite possibly rabid as my first move.
I love it.
When you go aggro on someone, roll weird instead of roll hard. It just goes nuts on someone.
Nice.
And the second move is the mother's heartbeat. This it mentions something I cannot find in any playbook. So it says when you withdraw into the world's psychic maelstrom.
Mm.
It's not listed anywhere else, so I'm assuming it's not when you. It's you can withdraw. Um, roll plus weird on a 10 plus. Choose two. 7 9. Choose one. You emerge again about an hour later, and uh, you can still watch and hear what's happening where you were. You can re-emerge in a different place altogether. You are healed of all harm. You can bring someone in and out with you. On a mist, you are in a dark and warm. It says you are in the dark and warm, listening to the mother's heartbeat, and many hours pass. I like instead of the mother's heartbeat, it's like the washing of waves on a shore, something that he wouldn't actually understand because never seen a shore, but that's the steady, you know.
I have a question when there's time.
So
What is AP ammo?
armor
Armor
piercing.
piercing.
Ah, makes sense. Thank you.
Um, all right. So tell us a little bit. We've we kind of talked a bit about your den. So the wolves of the maelstrom.
Yes, the wolves of the maelstrom. Their wolves are always hunting me under their disguises. They look like machines,
They look
but
like machines.
uh,
Okay.
they make terrible grinding noises and they only howl.
Wow. Nice. All right. Uh,
Technically, it says tell the MC above, and that they're perversions of birth, and she'll know what you mean. Just as a
okay.
girl. Haha. I know. Just
Hey, we won't talk about that tentacle porn.
yeah. And
Um.
their name, I like it. Their name is Iot, because that's all that was remaining of one of the signs of the Marriott hotel that they live in.
Wow.
Yacht.
Nice. Yacht. All right. So, and it looks like. And you picked your gear out and everything too?
Yes, they have a cutting edge, which is a sheared off portion of the plane's plating that has been turned into a blade, and then a cudgel, which is just one of the front blades, the spinning ones. Uh,
Okay.
that's just been turned into a little club. And they just wail on people when they go aggro. This.
Nice. All right. And Amy,
Hmm.
so you've got your savvy head. So first let's talk about your your playbook moves, like your stabby head moves. So what did you get here?
Okay, the first one I picked was Thing Speak. Let me go back to it. Whenever I handle or examine something interesting, I can roll plus weird. On a hit, I can ask the MC questions. On a 10 plus, I can ask 3. On a 7 to 9, I can ask 1. Things like who handled this before me, who made this, what strong emotions have been most recently nearby this, good stuff. And then I also picked Bone Feel, so I can roll plus weird, and on a 10 plus, I can hold 1 plus 1, and on a 7 9, I can hold 1. And maybe I have the tools, I have the proper tools and knowledge. Wait a minute. Let me refocus my eyeballs. At any time, either you or the MC can spend your hold to have you already be there with the proper tools and knowledge, with or without any clear explanation why.
Ooh,
So,
nice.
right, so I'm just kind of here
You
with a
just
toolkit.
you show up with whatever you need.
This
All
felt
right.
right. This feels good. And yeah, that's that so far. I didn't put my gear in yet because I have questions
Okay.
about that.
All right. And you'll also need to put in your. You'll also need to. We lost. Did you guys lose me?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
No.
here.
we lost. Oh, because we lost you, Chris. It's the other way around. Um, so we also have. We'll also need to put in to probably in gear and barter. You'll probably want to put down your stuff for your.
All right, there we are.
Uh, so you
Oh,
probably want to put your stuff
okay.
for your workshop.
Okay, it says
So,
I have an oddment's worth of 6 barter, or
Mm-hmm.
any
Dang.
personal piece, or 3 of normal gear or weaponry.
Okay.
So the 6 barter and the 3 of normal gear or weaponry is what does that what do I got lost and I need some help. I have a lot of barter, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
nah, that's very good to have in this kind of a world.
Okay.
Yes, barter
All
is
right.
you have the gear.
So, I
Uh,
just figured out who I'm playing. Does anyone
Who are you
besides
playing?
me remember what Six String Samurai is?
I feel like I've heard of that before, but I can't remember. Sorry.
It's a crazy
mm,
post-apocalyptic movie where everyone is trying to get to Vegas because Elvis has died and they want to become the new king of rock and roll.
Yeah, that eludes me completely.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I rated a 9 because
Okay.
it's got a really decent soundtrack and death is basically slash.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
so
But anyway, the whole reason for that is while I was looking at the how to customize your weapons,
Hmm.
I realized that I can make my sword come out of my guitar.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's awesome. That is
Uh,
really awesome.
because
so
hidden is one of the things that I can choose for it to be. And I'm like, wait a minute, I already have a guitar.
so I'm gonna say go to page 44, the gunlugger's weapons, and you can choose a backup weapon as your weapon.
Okay, you're talking to me?
Yes.
Okay.
Um, so page 44, and you can choose from the backup weapons list.
Okay. Uh, okay. I am gonna get a 9 millimeter
Okay.
Nice.
because yeah, and I put that in my gear. Okay.
Yep. You'll put that in gear and barter.
Okay. And then in the barter, do I put 6?
Uh, I would just put oddments worth. Well, why is there a
Yeah,
box? Oh,
it would be
good.
just
Yeah, I would just.
yeah,
Yeah, I would
your
just put
basic
it.
barter.
Say that again. Everybody was talking and I
Sorry.
missed it. I'm sorry.
I would say put the oddments of 6 barter uh, into the text box.
Okay.
So I think that's actually supposed to be like a roll for bartering.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I'm reading this show. Uh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, Chris.
Right? Isn't it awesome?
What page is that on?
It's
It's in
I
the
don't see.
It's
extended.
the
Yeah.
very last
Oh
page of the
shit!
extended.
I
Well,
haven't
last
gotten
three
that
Yeah,
far.
pages.
I don't think you have. I don't think you have that one on here. Let me scroll down.
No,
I would
I ended
say
up
I would
switching to the
say
Battle Babe so everything would fit.
No, I mean
okay.
for her the links she gave us. I don't think it has the extended characters.
No, no, it did.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
just
Oh, okay.
I just haven't looked at it yet
Yeah.
yeah.
So
because I'm
Yeah.
I'm
still working on
curious.
the core rule book.
Who holds your leash?
Hey, that's fine. So, and then and then make sure you put in what your three options are. Put in your your workspace, your workshop, and kind of like the three options you picked, what have
Okay.
you. Because you have a boat is one of your options, but you get two others.
Right. Okay. So, small boat. A controlled growing environment. Like, can I grow? Can I grow peppers?
Sure.
I mean, we can call them peppers to make it friendly.
make it, make it
Because I
friendly.
mean, it's the same concept. You grow peppers, and it's the same shit, just a
Hey,
different
Well,
seed.
you could.
okay, you know, if you want to say you want to grow drugs, just say I want to grow drugs.
Yeah,
It's a
that's fair.
fucking
Right.
role
I was
playing
gonna say
game, and
if you
it's
want
the
it to be
ability
Okay.
somewhere in
to
the
grow.
middle,
Yeah,
Okay.
if
yeah.
you want it to be somewhere in the middle, you can grow pot tomatoes
Pot
and be
tomatoes.
like, not only is it food, but it gives you a buzz.
It does. They're. Oh, I lost it. I lost my train of thought, but I'm here for it. Okay.
All
I'll
right, I
think
think
of
I'm
one in
done.
a little while.
Almost, because you still everybody still got their questions, and we'll get to that in a
Oh
minute.
yeah, I didn't actually find my questions.
Yeah,
Where are my
that's
questions?
yours. So not
Oh,
everyone has.
You,
Actually, no, never
you
mind. You do.
only get the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the show essentially gets, hey, do you hold my leash? No, well, fuck you. You do anyway. Because I said so. That's literally the show's
Yeah.
deal.
Hmm.
That's why I was like, oh my god, you are a leashed
Yeah,
character, and but you don't have to pay for
you basically,
yourself.
you're like, before anybody assigns AHX, you're just like, yep, you hold my leash. If you don't like it, I don't care.
Haha.
uh,
Ah. Right. All I see is myself standing on the crow's nest of my ship, playing an electric guitar while wearing black leather pants
I've done
and no
oh
this.
my
t-shirt.
god. Like in Mad Max with the guy that played the guitar and he was on the bungee cords and it was so good. Oh god, it was so
Okay,
fucking
I'll
good.
give you that, but I was actually going more Eric Draven, but on a
I
boat.
got you.
I was
I
going more
got
yeah.
you.
androgynous Andy, but that's just because that's the character I played in that one pirate game that you could sail around in, and I would celebrate.
Nice. Hey.
Andy.
So you got so your shop has a garage, a small boat, and a junkyard of raw materials. So that's probably representative of the broken, shitty parts of the oil station, that the oil rig that's not usable, right?
Right, right. And the garage would probably be more like an indoor dock. You
Right,
know
I
what I
get you.
mean?
No, yeah, exactly,
And then the
exactly.
junkyard of raw materials, it just could just be a bunch of shit
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. It's just
I was gonna say,
it's
honestly,
just
it
like
sounds like. I mean, if you hold my leash, at the very least, you still get one barter.
so. Um,
Sorry.
right, with everybody getting the does everybody kind of have some names picked out for their characters?
Oh yeah, I am Starlight Fingertoes.
I love it.
I love
She
it.
she is adorable, and she can pick things up with her toes.
Uh,
Nice. Um, and Chris, are you going with the standard name there, the default name that gave you, or are you going to change that up?
no, no, I'm still trying to think of a proper rocker name for the apocalypse.
I
I
got one for you. Hold on. Um, I'm typing it in because it's better if you see it.
Uh,
Oh
well, in that
God.
case, I better go there.
Oh
wait, I need to
God.
look.
That's terrible. It is so terrible.
That was indeed terrible, sir.
It's apocalypse,
Uh,
though.
if I had chosen the band members, that would have been one of their names, but not mine.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I'd be like, "This is Jesus Christ. This is Mohammed." And well, no, I wouldn't do Muhammad. Shame on me.
Uh,
It's okay.
But I don't know.
Where
I
did
was
you
going
post
with
that?
deities. So anyway, Jesus Christ is cool. Either way, I didn't
It
choose
could be
band names.
Jesus, and you are
Right,
Hispanic.
right. I could have
And
Jesus and Jesus, and they could be
yeah,
brothers that always get into fights.
yeah.
yeah, there you go.
Nah,
um,
I chose to have a kick-ass guitar instead.
so, all right. So, I suppose while you're thinking uh, of your name, I'll talk to you guys about the next step. The next step is you're going to find a heading that says HX on the right hand side of your sheet. You're going to want
Mm,
to add 4 boxes for that because HX is your history or how well you know the other player characters. This can also apply to NPCs as you meet them as well. You can gain HX with them. Gaining HX with other characters or NPCs in the world gives you the advantage of sometimes you'll be rolling on your HX with somebody to see if an interaction succeeds or fails. Um, Having a higher HX is good. Also, additionally, if you get up 4 pips of 4 HX with somebody, it resets to 0 and you mark an experience point. So an experience box. So getting a higher HX with somebody, getting a higher HX is your personal relationship. So getting a higher HX with different characters is advantageous for a number of ways. It can help you with various roles, or making various roles, or it can gain you experience after a while. HX also serves one more function. At the beginning of every session, whoever has the highest HX with your character gets to pick one stat to highlight for you for the session, and I pick the other one as the GM. Um, so the way this is, so having HX with the other characters is a really is something that you want to do, and this is going to become important here as you go through. You're going to put down the names of the other characters in each of the boxes that you've put in. Each of you have 3 boxes should have added 3 HX boxes at this point just for the other characters. Um, so you've got Lemmy, Lemmy Pop Stardust.
Can you type that out for?
Uh,
Ted,
Actually,
Or here, I'll.
I I can copy paste it.
Where's mine?
So you got Lot, Lemmy Pop
Lot
Stardust.
Eot.
Oh, Eot. Sorry, Eot. I, I'm 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 dumb. Sorry. Eot, Lemmy Pop Stardust, Castiel, and Starlight Fingertoes. So if so, you'll drop the names of the other 3 characters that you aren't into those HX boxes, and we're going to start asking some questions because the last part The last part of character creation is determining what your character's status and relationships with each other are starting the game.
My name is Starlight Fingertoes.
Starlight. Okay, there's so many light or dust and there you go.
There. And there is no space between finger toes.
Oh, I figured.
I'm so excited,
I
you
see
guys.
the. I also see the supernatural reference over here.
Yep.
Castiel the angel.
Uh,
Spell that, will you?
all right. So, where is it? Let's see. Skinner. Now, at the under the creating a whatever your class is heading there, the last thing on there will be HX. Um, and for HX, there will have several questions down there. Um, you'll want to ask those questions to the table, and they will answer them, and you HX as described. So, for example, Amy, you've got two different questions you can ask,
Hmm.
and will one of them will give you HX plus one with somebody, and one of them will give you HX plus two with somebody,
Okay.
and then everyone else you will have HX minus one with them.
Okay. So can I do that?
So go ahead and ask your questions.
I think
Okay.
I think Chris gets first dibs because he has to pick someone who has his leash, doesn't he?
Oh
Well,
shit.
I mean, that's a that's essentially that can happen at any
Oh,
time.
okay,
At this,
that's fine.
not a it doesn't necessarily have to happen right immediately. So,
Okay.
because we're going to be
So,
making the rounds through everybody.
Okay.
so my two questions are: which of you is the most strange, and which of you is the biggest potential problem?
Yacht is most strange. Literally a
Okay.
wild child.
And biggest potential problem?
Um, yacht.
Can't
I don't
do
know.
that.
I was like, I don't know. I don't.
Uh, I mean, do you, what about Lemmy? Is Lemmy a problem? Does Lemmy present some kind of problem?
We just lost Lemmy.
Oh,
Nope,
Oh,
I'm back.
Okay, there you
there
go.
he is. All
hi,
right.
Sorry about
Lemmy.
that.
That could
Lemmy,
be.
are you a big potential problem?
He could
The
show up
biggest potential
often with
problem?
damaged stuff. Like, I need you to repair this, please.
Well, as far as problem goes, nah, more like annoyance. I mean, I definitely am full of myself. I know I'm a rock legend.
Sounds like a
I'm gonna.
problem.
I think yes. So Castile. Okay. Okay.
All right. So, all right. Let's go. So you've got your HX, right?
Hmm.
All right. So you got. Then let's go to. Why don't we go to Lemmy? Why don't we
Hi,
just go
I'm
to
Lemmy.
Lemmy? What, what's your big question here? What is your question and or questions? Or like you get to tell somebody they hold your lead. Oh, I guess it does say before anybody assigns HX.
Oh shit! I
Whatever.
can go
Go
back to
ahead.
0.
No, don't worry about it. I don't think it's set up.
Well, I think Castile will hold my leash.
Ooh,
What does that
Castiel.
mean?
It means
What?
Castiel is completely in charge of him,
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
but Castiel has to feed him too.
There's
Hey,
drawbacks to
Can
this, isn't there?
yo, the bonus is if I actually do manage to rock this place, you can make up to 10 barter.
hell yeah! Is that
uh,
leash ever given to other people? Like Can Castiel forego your leash to others?
no,
Scissor.
he has
Nope.
Castiel has no choice in the matter.
Yeah, yeah. Castiel is like, I don't want it, and I'm like, I didn't ask if you wanted it.
Yeah,
I
it
said
literally
take it.
the passage literally reads: before anybody assigns HX, choose which of the other characters holds your leash. Tell them if they don't like it, shrug.
Oh my god. Oh, Lemmy, you're gonna be such a problem.
That's why I was like, who's gonna be the problem?
He's my Dean
Probably
Winchester.
that. You're my Dean Winchester. All right.
uh, all right. Let's see. Go around again for HX. On your turn, whoever holds your leash with Castile gets HX +2. You get to leave everyone else blank for now. But Castile, you get +2 with Lemmy.
Oh, I thought only Lemmy, because it's Lemmy gets +2, and then at the end he copies everything from Castiel's sheet over to his for HX.
Right, exactly. It says leave. It's basically, you're gonna cast. Lemmy's gonna leave his stuff blank for now.
So I have a question. Does
Yeah,
that mean does that mean that Lemmy is basically Castiel's gimp?
Yes.
Okay.
More like Castiel is currently being my manager, whether he likes it or not.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That's a
It
much
is.
nicer way of saying that.
Yeah. Let's see.
No, it's okay. This is a game where having sex makes you raise levels.
I noticed that in the book. Yeah.
What I like is that we have two people that fix things. One fixes machine, one fixes people. We have a problem child and then a wild child.
It'll be fine. We're gonna fix everybody.
it'll be it'll be all right. It'll be okay. I'm sure. So let's see where are we at here. Eot, go ahead and ask your questions.
Mine are easy, all right? But I have to ask people specifically. Hey, Castiel, I have a question for you. Are you a wolf of the maelstrom?
I mean, I've been there a couple of times, but I don't think I'm a wolf. I mean, yet some things go wrong, and I end up over there, but I'm not sure if I'm actual wolf.
Okay. Um, hey, let me pop Stardust. Are you a wolf of the maelstrom?
Castiel, do you think I should tell him yes?
Yes.
Yes, I am a wolf of the maelstrom. Ow!
Hey, Starlight Fingertoes, are you a wolf of the maelstrom?
Um, Currently, no. We
Okay.
will see what the future
Nope,
holds.
that's it. That's all I need.
Okay.
So
We'll see.
I realized we weren't actually supposed to talk about wolves of the maelstrom until I asked these questions, and then I'm like, yeah, the maelstrom's wolves are hunting me. They're disguised people.
Sorry.
Right? It definitely goes with my character. Now, whenever I play music at you, you'll be extra scared.
Oh, if they say yes, tell them what they look like under their disguise. Under your disguise, let me pop Stardust. You are a strange machine that howls and makes awful grinding noises when you move. Um,
Right?
but it's to me, it's a
Even though
howl.
sometimes I play this banjo, I still play death metal on it.
If to me, like it's just like, and then the howl is just like a, like a weird electronic
Oh,
howl.
so it's a mechanical howl.
Yes.
I don't know if I can do that, but I'll give it my best shot.
No, it's fine. No, this is just what I see.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, and then oh, that's never mind. That's the highlighting. Never
Good.
mind. That's it.
All right, Castile, ask your questions.
All right. So this is a rather confusing because it says on your turn, ask 1, 2, or 3. So I could ask all 3 questions, or what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Can ask
You can
whatever.
ask all 3. Yeah.
All right. Let's do all 3. Which one of you do I figure is doomed to self-destruction? Oh, good lord.
That would be me.
Okay, so you're back to 0. Okay, question 2. Which one of you put a hand in when it matters and helps me save a life?
I'll do it.
That sounds like finger toes.
It's finger
She put a
toes.
foot in.
Oh, it's so bad.
Okay, the last one is which one of you has been beside me all along and has seen everything I've seen?
Ooh. Lot, is that you?
It's Ehot. Evil. I don't know. I guess that way we'd have a connection. I just kind of like pop up randomly and follow you around. I find you intriguing.
This little wild child.
But every time Lemmy's around, I disappear. I try to like get away. I just keep my distance from Lemmy Popstar.
You hide behind Castile, who is right
Often.
now my handler.
Exactly.
Actually, so right now that's actually perfect if Castile has been through thick and thin with you. You're like Castile's the one that's like,
Exactly.
no, I've got his leash. It's fine.
You're the wolf on the leash. Oh
Yeah,
no.
the wolf on the leash. Wow, there's so many like dark metal songs coming from this.
You are
I'm
going to
writing that one
sing
down.
all of
Wolf
them?
on
Wow.
the leash.
Yes.
Wow. Right.
Thank you for my first hit.
Okay, so I have a random question for uh Pop Dust Star or whatever. So do I start out with him as 0 or as 2? Because the question does a -2.
It would be -2 because
Yeah.
he gets the +2 from his thing with you. That's how I read it.
That's what I thought too, but I just want to make
Because
sure.
like the show, it says go around on your turn. Whoever holds your leash, write X2. Leave everyone else blank for now. It doesn't say that their leash holder gets anything until it gets to them.
Well,
At least I don't.
Yep. And then the show, let me copy Castile's
Yep.
HX then. So
So
Castile, what is your HX with everybody so that Lemmy can copy that?
Okay, so Lemmy's at a -2, Lot is at a 3, and Starlight Finger Toes is at 2.
Hey.
that was actually pretty awesome.
So
This is funny. Sorry, like Lemmy has a +3 with me now, and I have a -2 with.
Apparently the sex was good for me, but bad for you.
I'm a
Oh wait,
child.
no, you're the child thing. Time out.
Oh, no.
wow.
It's like
I take it all
Totally
back, child
inappropriate.
thing. I forgot he's playing the child thing. It will no longer be mentioned, even though this is the apocalypse game.
honestly, I was thinking about making an
That's
angel.
still a death sentence.
I was making an angel called Porcelain that would have gone through something like that as a child, and that's how they became an angel. But
Oh. Oh,
Anyway, let's move it along, people. All right, so everyone asked their questions. Castile has my leash until next time.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played a rock song yet, but I know what it's called.
I love that.
Right, I'm going to keep track of all the song titles that we come up with. So if this character dies, there'll be a greatest hits album.
I love playing with you.
I try.
It's so good.
All right, so I think we're all done with our characters, guys. Good job.
Yay.
I still have to make my battle boat, but other than that,
So let's.
I don't
hey,
have
Chris.
any barter. Am I gonna actually?
am I
have
breathing
barter?
into the microphone? I'm sorry.
No, Chris. Jesse says hi.
Hi, Jesse.
I thought you had like 6 odd. I thought you had some barter there.
I wrote in my notes oddments worth 6 barter, but I
Yeah.
didn't
Wait, which
actually
Jesse?
put barter in the thing. Should I do
IRL
that?
friend?
No, don't put it in the little box
Okay.
because I think that's for a role rather than
Oh,
for
okay.
like how to have.
Okay, gotcha.
That's their
So
Twitch name.
there you go. All
And
right.
they're, yeah. Hmm.
So let's talk real quick. What
Sure.
Oh,
caused the world? What
yes.
what caused the world to flood? Do we know?
Polar ice caps melted.
Polar ice
Right.
caps melted.
Uh, well,
I
I was
mean, I
gonna
feel like
say,
that hits a little
wouldn't
too
it be
close
more
to
fun if
home.
it was like
Well,
a nuclear power plant fell, and then the radiation caused the polar ice caps to melt?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
there's plenty of ways that that could happen. I mean, the Earth could have been struck by a meteor,
That was what I was thinking.
or the
Oh, nice. That works too. An
or
ice
the,
meteor.
or the Earth had or the Earth's orbit around the sun has somehow been altered to where it's now like close to where it got close enough that the ice caps melted, or it could have been some industrial accident where it was somebody who was trying to correct global warming, but ended up accelerating it instead. Um,
I kind
you
of
know,
like the idea that it slowly veered off course just enough over time, and it's been getting warmer and warmer.
Uh
Uh,
huh.
so over the course of generations, it's flooded more.
and that gives us that it's been an apocalypse for quite some time. Uh,
Mhm.
so there's
Okay,
been set up.
Oh my god. And the islands, because it's been happening over a period of time, the people that have lived like on the coast have moved inland. So now there's like overpopulation in a bunch of islands because they've all moved inwards.
mhm. What
That'd be
islands do
crazy.
exist? They're overpopulated. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Like
I can
there's
see
a
that.
probably like a streak of just built together stuff along like the Rockies. It's like
Mhm.
it's called the
So,
Strip.
That's just Steve Wynn lives there. Like,
let's see.
Or the
So,
Rocky Road.
oh, the Rocky Road.
Come here.
okay, small islands overpopulated. Populated. Okay. We determined that there's kind of a shortage on medical supplies and potable water.
Yeah, with the loss of most of the land, we don't have access to all the things we would normally would to get things like you know, um, string, medicines. Not string, but like whatever they use to sew people up. Medicine, stuff like
Sutures.
that. Yeah, suture. There we go.
Mhm.
Okay, small islands.
Well, I
It-
mean, if you've
The
got
good
super
news
glue,
is
you
that
don't
you can
need
use fish
sutures.
gut for stitches.
That's what I mean.
So,
They can. That's why we still have it. It's just
yeah.
it's not the best. Fish gut is not really a ideal stitch.
So, here's a
I use
question.
green.
So here's a question. Do we know if there is any particular tension between people who live on these populated islands and people who choose to live out at sea? Like, do they have much contact at all? For
I
one,
like to think that people on the Rocky Road probably have to have this like extremely rigid and strict system of living, and people that live out on the ocean or on the water are more about like we can be a little bit more free and lax about things.
Mhm.
So it's probably like
Yeah.
yeah. So like there's like this strict government along the Rocky Road, and there's like other places that are probably similar. Because when you get that many people together, if you don't enforce like a totalitarian style regime on it, it's gonna go into chaos.
Oh God, it's basically China.
Yeah, it is. It's literally like China. There's even there's
Mhm.
probably even population control on the Rocky Road.
Right. That's what I was thinking. That's awful, but
Right.
also makes sense.
You're so lucky to be alive, finger toes,
I know. Why? Why am I lucky to be alive?
because if there's population control, then women are probably less than men.
That's why I don't live on an island. That's why I live on my own because I know.
Well, no,
Like,
you got to think about it
no,
this
no.
way. In this society, there's not the need for working land for heavy lifting a lot of places. Women might
Mm,
actually be more like idolized in the sense of they're the future. They kind of need them. They're not tend. They don't need people that can tend fields and stuff. They need brains more than anything. So someone who can bear children and think. Oof, she probably got out of the. She probably wanted to get away from there because they were like, "We're gonna lock you up and keep you to where we can use your brain and everything with you.
right.
You're not going
It's a
away."
much better feeling than running away from society.
You're just like, "Screw that! I want to do what I want. I want to work on random shit. I don't want to do what you want me to build. Fuck that.
I do what I want.
Yeah, I do what I want." And I got a pop star that comes to me for help sometimes.
Hell yeah. He's cool as shit.
All right. So, what we know about this is that, so what we know so far is that Lemmy is a wolf of the maelstrom. Uh, they're small islands where the Rocky Mountains used to be, called the Rocky Road. They have strict government with the people that do live on the few people that live there. Well, they're overpopulated. There's shortages on medical supplies and potable water. And those who live at the sea are a lot more free than those who live uh, on the small islands and what have you. So, um, is that what we're? What else do we know? Do we know anything? Is that a good enough start? Does everybody feel comfortable with that?
I like it.
Yeah.
All
Is there going to be a Kevin Costner character that has gills?
right.
No, because it's not included in their playbook.
Okay. Okay.
I would say I probably have like decent swimming skills because I swim down to get to my entrance, but not gills.
Right.
I could
You can just hold your
technically,
breath for a while.
I could just withdraw into the mother and pop up inside my apartment, but the chances of getting that every single time pretty risky, so I'm not gonna risk that.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. All right. Cool. Well, I think we've got a pretty good idea of where we're going to start from. We've got going Yacht, the wild child with the somewhat secretive den where he's like the top of a hotel, where he's got access to this like just long fucking elevator shaft that people have dropped down and died. Um, we have Castile, who's got who's the our angel of the group and is the one holding Lemmy Pop Stardust's leash. So Castile is kind of the saving grace for yacht in some ways. We have Starlight Fingertoes, who is a savvy head who has a workshop that is in the what remains of a derelict and mostly destroyed, oil rig that she salvages for parts. And we've got Lemmy Pop Stardust, who is the
The whole
rock
damn show.
the whole damn show. Hey now, let's not confuse our powered by the apocalypse systems here.
Uh,
Um, but who is the show? Who is post-apocalyptic rock star?
right. I am the traveling bard with a badass guitar that turns into a sword and a backpack.
And a backpack.
That apparently turns into a combat boat.
Well, and I have a combat boat. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'm just still
all right.
concerned about his cracking open the world ability, but yeah, no, that's just me.
Man, if you rock correctly, that always happens. Listen to more Motorhead, you'll know what I mean.
uh,
And besides, in an apocalyptic world, it makes sense that I'd call myself something crazy like that because, Lemmy, of course, is Motorhead, and then Iggy Pop, and then Ziggy Stardust. So I
Right.
probably heard like one song from each of them, and I was like, and that's who I will be.
All right. All right. The With that said, I think we've probably got our session 0 out of the way. Um, and I think we can probably do sign offs because I know some of you have to get up particularly early tomorrow for various this is stats and the others.
Oh,
Our normal runtime will be to go until about 1:30 ish as we normally do with the 11:30 start time. Hopefully, we'll be a little bit more on time of getting started. But that's kind of my fault. That's something I need to work on.
We did pretty good.
But let's go ahead and sign off, and then we'll start with Lemmy, and then we'll work our way to the left all the way to me, and then we'll say goodbye. So go ahead.
Hi, I am David the Gnome. You saw me play Lemmy Pop Stardust tonight. Well, no, you didn't actually see me play. You heard us talk about Lemmy Pop Stardust and his amazing abilities to rock. Uh, I like this system. That's why we're giving it another go. And normally on Monday nights, you can find me playing Captain Zai in our kick-ass Fire Strike game. It's on episode what now, Justin?
I think it's like going to be 223 or 224 next week.
No, it can't be that high.
Or not
123?
100. Sorry, my brain is a bit frazzled too.
Nope, nope. I understand. And so, yeah, that's my main game. And then I do this every other Saturday with these guys.
So,
Uh, it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. I like the Waterworld premise. It gives us more and less to do. And it's way easier to get eaten by a giant fish here.
true.
Let's see. Tonight's episode was not brought to you by Bort's Booze and Bitches, though it's still food worth dying over. But we haven't seen Aborts in the Apocalypse yet. It may happen. I don't know. Um, and then my friend Purple Codex sells t-shirts at tpublic.com. They are fantastic and amazing t-shirts. And this commercial is so epic that Daniel is going to finish it for me.
remember, Purple Codex merchandise is epically made, not ethically made.
Good to know.
I couldn't
And
remember
on
that.
to the next person.
Uh, that would be Castile.
All right, you ready? Button. Okay, so Scott, Psych, whatever, pick a name. I don't know. Um, what? Oh, too many words. Okay, so I'm gonna play Castiel, which is an angel dude, and apparently I have control of people and whatever. I'm gonna heal people, make them feel better, hopefully, or make them go completely insane and go crazy. We'll see what happens.
It
Um,
sounds fun.
see what else am I in? Oh, I'm on Monday Night Fire Strike as Xander, so I have no idea. I lost track of what he's doing. I don't know. He's having fun.
Kicking ass and taking names.
Oh yeah, he went on the wrong ship for some reason, but whatever. We fix that eventually. And if we get more players for the Ballad of the Menagerie, I'll be Shus in that one. We just gotta get more people to play that one.
Yep.
That's all I can remember, so that's everything for me. Who's next?
All right. Yacht.
Hola, Sasa Ignacio69. You saw the creation of Iot, the child thing that resides in a secure-ish den uh, in one of the top floors of a Marriott hotel. When asked what his name was the first time he met someone, he just pointed at the old rundown sign at the top that only had IOTT left. And that's how he learned his
That's
name.
clever.
Uh,
Nice.
That's good.
oh yeah. And yeah, he has a. I figured his radio is always just on to the static. He likes the static more than music. Music is the screeching of the metal things, the wolves. Uh, yeah, it's great. And yeah, I'm in Vultures, which is tomorrow, but that's just a temporary thing, and that's it. Just this and Vultures. And I like this. Looks like it's gonna go really well. Like I said, we have two people that fix things, one that does humans, one that does machines, and a problem child and a wild child. So It's good. That's everything.
All right, Starlight.
Hello, I'm Amy Gedden, and I will be Starlight Fingertoes, who has toes that kind of almost look like fingers. She fixes stuff on her oil rig, uh, and she's super duper handy. We'll see how this plays out. So I'm kind of excited. I'm definitely excited about this. You can catch me tomorrow during the day in Cowboy Bebop with Yacht. He won't be Yacht there, but um, we'll be. We're using the Vulture system. Super fun, and uh, Sassy said it was going to be temporary, but I'm going to fight that because this game is so good. I can't stand myself, and I
Oh my
really
god,
enjoy
yes.
Sundays now. And then Monday nights, I am also in Fire Strike. I am a Lashunta named Vesa. She, poor thing, doesn't have a fucking clue what she's doing, and she's a terrible envoy. And that's me.
Okay. I forgot one
You
thing
are
about the.
not that terrible of an envoy.
Oh,
No,
thank you.
yeah, you're
There's
actually pretty
Feel
good.
like I feel like I'm a terrible envoy.
Not really.
there's one major thing I forgot about the child thing. I have a
Yeah.
special ability. One I forgot to mention. I can eat anything. In addition to
Anything?
food, you eat bizarre things: metal, people, plastic, mines, electricity, art. At the
Wow.
end of a session, if you've eaten something from someone or something from this list that belongs to or belonged to another person's character, you know them better. Get one
Oh
X.
my god. You are not allowed in my shop.
Exactly. That's probably a thing. Like I have to be kept like an eye on because yeah, I'll just start chewing on something.
I'll find a dog muzzle and put it on you. Get that shit out of your mouth.
But I'm not a wolf of the maelstrom.
Uh,
I love it.
wow. Right on. Well, I guess that leaves it with me. I am the Just a King Zerat. You can catch me here every other Saturday for the Bitter Ends, where we will be doing this and possibly more Apocalypse Worlds, depending on how things progress. Uh, we are still having some casting issues for Ballad of the Menagerie, but I am working on it. Uh, I will make an announcement on when we are going to return with that. Whenever I can get that squared away. You can catch me on Monday nights for the Fire Shrike, our 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 flagship show, our longest standing. It's 123, 124 episodes in. Jesus, I didn't know that we would be this far along into it. Wow. Um, and let's see, you can catch me on Tuesdays when we return with Don't Seattle for Anything Less as Salvo, the cocky elven combat mage, who definitely thinks he's a lot more slick than he is, um, and made it a point to hijack the biggest bedroom before anybody else got to the safe house. Um,
Hey, sometimes that's how you call dibs.
Mm-hmm.
that's how Salvo did it. Um, let's see. What was the last little bit? Okay. Social media. Social media. If you are watching on Twitch and you're like, gosh, I really want to watch that over again. I want to hear all the crazy shit that they said. I want to, I think I missed a joke here and there. Did I miss that? What did he say there? And you want to go back and rewatch? You can watch us on YouTube at Paradise Theater with a space between each of the words. If you are watching on YouTube and you want to, see us live where the energy is crazy and real and nobody knows what's going to happen next and nobody can spoil it for you, you can catch us at Twitch at Paradise Theater with underscore between each word. And if you want to catch some scheduling information, a few random thoughts, and some memes of some sort of higher temperature variety.
Hot memes.
That's the one. You can catch us at Pear Theater on Twitter. Um, with that said, I believe that's all we've got for tonight. So goodbye, everybody. Have a good one. Stay safe out there.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.